Hey, there you are. I'm glad you made it. I'm back out on the crappie hole. I need to catch some crappie for a fish fry tonight. We're going to Mom's. I invited myself over for a fish fry, and she goes, "You have the fish, right?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I have the fish." So here I am out here to get some fish. With me is my daughter, Rebecca. On the GoPro, she looks a million miles away. So thanks for watching. Let's catch some fish. All right, I'm switching over to a large gulp minnow. See how that does. Is that a crappie or a bass?
I don't know.
That's a crappie.
Why are they so big?
They're big. I'm coming over there too.
They're right in here.
There we got a fish, finally. Oh, he spit it. There we go. There we go. One decent. Whoa, that's a slab too. We'll have to compare our fish, Becky.
We will.
Becky's catching them over there. She's the one that found them. Yeah. All right, looks like we're finally onto the crappie. Look at this guy. Yeah, let's put him in. Bucket of ice. My dry bag full of ice. Oh yeah! I don't know what it is. Wow! Bass! Big one. Could be my personal best. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, he's huge. He's huge. Get out of there, dude. Oh, he's my personal best by far. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah! Look at this guy. Barely hooked. Barely hooked. Oh, oh yeah, baby. Oh, I gave up on the crappie. They weren't hitting to my liking. Oh. Oh. We're gonna cook him. Look at this guy. He's a beast. Close to my personal best. Just under 2.5 pounds, 18 inches. But for me, this is a phenomenal bass. Not too big that I can't eat it either. We are hurting for the fish fry tonight. I mean, Becky's caught some crappie over there, but she doesn't have a camera. You didn't get to see any of those. But she's catching between what Becky caught and the one crappie I caught and this bass. I think that we just got our fish fry. But we're gonna try to catch a little bit more and see what we can get going. Yeah, the crappie just weren't biting for me, so I switched over to the jerkbait, and that did the trick. I caught that on my medium action rod. That was fun. I saw him in the water coming up, and I said, "Oh man, that's a big one. That's awesome." Some people get upset with me keeping a bass that size, but it's a legal size for me to be able to keep and eat, and I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to eat it. This lake is where I come to for my crappie, and that fish eats crappie. I like to eat crappie. Therefore, that bass is a competitor of mine in this lake, and I eat bass out of this lake. Bass tastes great. I got a great recipe for it, and I'll share that with you in a little bit when we get off the water and get to my mom's for the fish fry. Last couple times I've been out here, the crappie bite has been slow. Becky's done all right today. We'll check out what she's caught when I get up to the shore. I know she's caught more crappie than I have. I think she's got 5. I find the whole debate about whether or not we should keep bass and eat them or release them, catch and release them. I find it interesting. A lot of anglers, they'll just throw them back because that's what everybody else does. Or they'll think the fish isn't edible. You know what? Growing up in the 70s and 80s, everybody ate the bass that they caught. It's just what we did. The only time we'd throw them back is if they weren't legal size. And we'd take them back, we'd fillet them, and we'd fry them up, and we'd eat them, and we loved it. No one told us that they didn't taste good, so we shouldn't eat them, or we should just catch and release to give other anglers a chance. That sentiment wasn't even close to being in the minds of anglers back then. But why is it in the minds of anglers now? In the last video, I caught a pike. Most people throw pike back. Not me. I put it on a spigot. I'm not saying you should eat the bass you catch, but a lot of them die anyway after you release them. It's not 100% success rate when you throw back a fish that it's going to live. All right, boo. What'd you catch?
Caught some bluegill.
You can put them right there on the ground. Ooh, that's a nice bluegill. Look at that.
That one.
Yeah, that's a nice gill. So 2 nice bluegill. Look at that crappie. That the big one?
Yeah, that's the big one. I got another decent sized one.
They're pretty close in size.
And then 2 of these.
Those are nice.
Dang, that bass.
So this is my largest crappie. Yours is bigger. This one's Becky's. This one's mine. This is enough for a fish fry. All right, we are on the way to my mom and dad's house for the fish fry. And again, if it wasn't for my daughter or that big bass I caught, we wouldn't have any fish to take to this fish fry. Wow, that was kind of a spooky storm to go through. It got real windy and dark, and we're in oncoming traffic on a 2-lane highway, and that gets a little spooky when it gets that windy and dark and rainy. All right, so we're gonna have you're gonna have bluegill.
Yes.
We're gonna make up sweet potatoes and the crappie and bass that we caught earlier, and we'll show you the recipe we use for the bass and the crappie. All right, we're getting the fish ready. Look at those fillets are huge. All right, so once we have the fish out, we just cover them in mustard. Then one of us gets our hands on this. What about you guys? Have you ever tried mustard on your fish before you fried it? I think you should. It's really good. All right, once you get it all covered like that, then we get the adobo out. And if you want to buy the adobo, you can get the link in the description. We don't make any money if you buy it. We just want you eating good tasting food. All right, the other ingredients you'll need flour and corn chips. This is the corn chips all crushed up. Now we'll put just a bit of flour in it. Some more adobo. Mix it all together. Just set it aside. Now we just wait for it to cook, flip it, and we'll see what it turns out like. These bluegills are looking good. And over here we have yet another type of fish.
That's what about cod.
Battered cod. Now let's see if bass tastes good. There's the bass. Real flaky. Smells delicious, but I don't know. Is it edible? Can you eat largemouth bass? Yes, you can. It's delicious. So don't throw your bass back just because people tell you to throw it back. If you want to eat your bass and it's legal size, eat it. It's delicious. That's why God made it, so you can eat it. Okay, Kathy. So this bass have been released.
No. This is just perfect.
So, did I make a mistake keeping that bass?
Nope.
Is that edible?
Yes.
Or is it delicious?
It's delicious.
It really is delicious.
Dinner time!
Okay, Mom, I have to know. Grandpa was a fisherman. A good one. He's the one who taught you, right?
Yes,
Your dad.
with the cane pole.
With the cane pole. And did he throw his fish back?
No,
Unless they weren't legal, right?
right.
Size.
No, he cleaned and my mom cooked every fish he caught.
Did that include bass?
Yes. Yep.
Did you know anybody that didn't eat bass back then if
No.
they ate fish?
No. If you caught a bass, you ate it. If it was legal.
How, you had a piece of the bass?
Yes, it was very good. And that breading is really good. I'm going to try that.
There you go. That's what we think about eating bass. Should I have thrown that fish back? No, I didn't. I wanted to eat it. What did you think of your cod?
It's delicious. Tasted just like bass.
He never ate bass. He couldn't catch them.
Not tonight. Oh, he ate bass.
He catches the bluegill.